What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela here. More Vuvuzela Victory Challenge as we go into January for the mid-season break. We've got some more action for you guys. We're keeping up the pace with SuperSport United. Yes, we had the 2 losses in the last episode, but we're fighting back. We're clawing back. A lot has happened since then. You guys can take a look in the video as well. Before you do that, make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, and then hit the bell. It does help you to stay within, and you can see all upcoming videos as well. And then while you're there, drop us a like and leave a comment. Share the video with your friends, parents, grandparents, lovers, haters, whoever you like. Please, guys, it helps the algorithms a lot. It helps me, it helps you, it helps everybody involved. Let's run that intro. Welcome back, folks, to the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge, baby. Exciting times. Exciting times at the Lucas Masterpiece Morepe Stadium. Gonna have a look at the league. We're just 3 points behind SuperSport United. We've climbed back after the disappointment that was the last episode. I know I said at the end of that episode that it wasn't bad. No, it was. It was actually a lot worse than I made it out to be, but we've somehow managed to secure 3 points within SuperSport. We still have to play SuperSport one more time. Another little key thing that I wanted to just point out right here, that's why I started on this page, is we are 11 points clear of Mpumalanga United. We do have a game in hand, though, in 4th place. So at the moment, the little playoff league thing isn't looking too bad for us to, make that jump into the, I don't know why I said it like that, into the PSL. Can have a look at the fixtures. You can see we played 4 games from the last time you saw us. We beat Polokwane City 3-2. James Sitole scored an amazing free kick in the 86th minute to grab us the victory after it was, 1-0, and then a minute later they scored. It was 1-1. You can actually look at here. We took the lead 2-1 of Saralina. They scored in the 79th minute to equalize. And then James Sitole managed to get that free kick. Then we went over to Milford Park. We played, I'm not even going to mention then how to pronounce their name because they can't pronounce their stadium name. You can have a look here on the top right-hand corner above the little images. You can pronounce that name. Let me know in the comments how to pronounce that name because I have no idea. 4 of our fans rocked up to go watch that game. And they saw David Ndlovu score his debut goal for the club. More on why he was starting against Milford Park. We then took on SuperSport United and we beat them 3-2 thanks to 2 very late goals from us. We went 1-0 up at halftime. James Sitole scored an amazing little goal. In fact, you know what, guys? Let me show you the goals for this game because they were absolutely great. So, like I mentioned, James Sitole scored just before the end of the half, 45 minutes, 2 minutes extra into extra time. And Ndlovu closed in. Mabeta looked for and look at James Sitole. Just watch as he struck that into the bottom corner. Beautiful goal. Literally out the half, they got a quick little breakaway from the kickoff. A little cut inside. Then Ndlovu crossed inside and Shezi scored their equalizer. And then a few minutes later, in the 60th minute, I was about to do some swaps, and Koto came through, and he made it 2-1 for SuperSport United. But we didn't hold back. 87th minute, we scored another cracker. A beautiful ball to the back post. Ngapo was there. Ngapo was there to score it. And then in the 95th minute, Ngapo again cut inside. Isaacs with the cross. Simple little tap in for Sitole once again, giving us the victory and putting us within 3 points of SuperSport United. We then rounded off with a victory over Mpumalanga United. All 3 goals scored within 8 minutes of the start of the game. There we go. Sitole scored in the 5th. They pulled one back in the 6th. Lekwape scored in the 8th minute. Today, we've got Casrick Stars in the National League, and then we take on Murmo Gallants in the Nedbank Cup preliminary round. You can get that correct. Now, you're asking why didn't Ndlovu start ahead of Mabaso? You can see Mabaso is returning to fitness. He played 45 minutes in the previous game. He has really been our informed striker. And you know what, to be honest, the other striker that we have was also injured. Mluduzi, Kubeka is injured, and Nkosi is injured. Tau has been injured. Isaacs has just come back from his injury as well. Mbata was injured as well. Lojesi is injured. We have a lot of injuries to deal with. Dube was also injured, and Maloka all injured. So we had a lot of injuries to deal with in those games. They still steadily coming back to the team. But with that being said, we are missing Lojesi for this game, which is a crucial little loss for us. Probably going to bring in Maloka. I think Maloka is the better of the two defenders, especially the left-footed side. Maloka's actually played well in Lojesi when he was injured earlier. Isaacs is back as well, so he will start ahead of Chabantane, who hasn't played bad in the right back position, has picked up an assist. But let's face it, Tulani Isaacs, 12 played, 2 assists, absolutely fantastic. 7 rating. If in terms of our team, I feel like Sanga is probably the weak link in our team. We do have one new signing, which has resulted in Sitole changing roles. I'm going to mention the signing. It is Daka, Omega Daka. Very, very good player. He's come in as the attacking midfielder. I think he hasn't scored a goal yet for us. He's played 3 games for us. 6.9 average. We're still trying to build up his little confidence in that attacking midfielder role. He is more naturally a left winger. Has more potential stuff to be a good left winger. Attacking midfielder, he's sort of average. But with him being brought in, the last 3 games where you see Satola has absolutely flourished is in that Regista role where he has been absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. 3 played, 3 goals in that role. He has been phenomenal as the Regista. So we moved him back there, which does unfortunately mean the likes of Tau, rather, will be probably dropped to the bench. We did bring in Zwandile Tau to play in that sort of Regista role. I am going to think of moving him into as backup attacking midfielder, possibly going ahead of Daka. Daka's just so good that he has to play. There is no other way. And we probably will be losing Maklipi come when the transfer window opens. Their parent club, not happy that we've only played him in 6 games this season so far. They were expecting more games, and they wanted him to play as a winger, not as an inside forward. I didn't check that, but Lakwepe has been in such good form that there's just no way I can't start him. 4 goals, 5 assists from his 12 games has been phenomenal for us. With that all being said, Mbaso is going to start. He is fully fit to start the game. Ndlovu might come on at halftime or sometime close to that. Maloka and Mabaso looking for match fitness. They're the only 2. Isaacs as well. Let's go to the game. Let's take on the Kasrick Stars. Playing in Solomon Mahlangu Stadium in Pretoria. Nice little local derby for us. The game has kicked off, and like I said, we've actually been on very good form. We've sort of dominated possession-wise and shots-wise, and we've been scoring a couple of good goals in here in between. We've got the ball now with Mbata going up forward. Isaac's down the wing. He's been very instrumental in the attack on that right-hand side. Mbata comes down to the line. Could go back to Isaacs. Goes to Sitole instead. To Lekwape. What a finish. James Sitole picks up assist. Lekwape basically gassed both of them up. And, what a finish. What an absolute finish from Mbata. From Lekwape. Mbata to Sitole. Sitole had a lot of time and options to pick out, and he picked out one of the better guys in the air in Lekwape. A fantastic finish at the far post. And we're off to a flyer. Absolutely great start. The fact that SuperSport United are beating Mpumalanga United 2-0 already as well is actually good news for us, because it means Mpumalanga will fall further a little bit behind us in the log. And we're trying to secure at least a promotion spot at the moment. Like I said, I've said a few times, I'm not sure what happens with Supersport, if they can be promoted, if they can't be promoted. We've got the ball over here. Lekwape goes low cross in, and Bindana scores a cracker. A lot of time and space for Bindana in the middle of the box. That's going to count. We're 2-0 up within 20 minutes. Maloka with the assist there. Look at this. Well, I'm going to give Lekwape the assist. It was his little one-time volley into the middle of the box. Bindana was there to pick up the pieces. The defense caught napping. And we're beating Kazakh Stars 2-0 away from home. Absolutely fantastic. We're doing very, very well in the league, guys. We are actually doing a lot better than I expected, a lot better than the board expected, a lot better than all the fans expected at the moment. Those 2 losses we had the last episode were very much out of character, I believe. Mkize is going through here. He's going to take the chance. Mkize pulls one back for Kazakh Stars. A good finish. Solid finish. I think that was Sanger, who just didn't stay with his man. Was it Sanger? Who was that? I want to click on you. Maloka. Maloka just couldn't keep up with his man. That was a bit unfair pace-wise, I guess. It wasn't an easy match. Maloka's not the fastest defender. And Mkize obviously playing in that sort of poacher role where if he can get behind the defense, he's going to put them away if he does play in that poacher role. But here comes Mdaka. He hasn't been on good form since arriving, but Lekwape has. Lekwape has definitely been on form, and that's his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season. Get in, Lekwape. Beautiful little finisher. Who was it? I think it was Saralina with a little cross into the box there. Lekwape had still a lot to do there to turn the Kumalo and gets it past Chabalala into the back of the net. We've restored our 2-0 lead. And I think our biggest problem in terms of Pretoria Callies is our defense at the moment. Both Sanger and Lanjesi, probably not the best 2 defenders that we can get. And that is a situation next season we will probably be looking at maybe strengthening, maybe even the January transfer. If we can bring in 1 or 2 good centre-backs just to sort of help stabilize the defense a little bit better. I'm very happy with Saralina and Isaacs on the wing-backs. And Maloka has played well, and so is Lanjesi. Sanger is probably the weak link, who unfortunately is also our captain. So it's so difficult just to drop him that easily because of the captaincy and the whole morale thing. But you know what? If we do find someone that can be a little bit better, we obviously will go with somebody a little better. Sitole over the top. Daka gets his first goal of the season for Pretoria Callies. Omega Daka gets in. We're 4-1 up at halftime. Who was that? That was Sitole from the register roll. Look at that. Beautifully over the top. That's the few times now we've got in the defense napping with that ball over the top. It is a tactic we love to employ. It's just lob it over the defense. We play a very, very high-pressing game, and it's showing on display here today. 4-1 up. I'm very happy with the team. We'll start the second half, hopefully in the same sort of fashion that we ended the first half. And here's a throw-in. 3 minutes in, rather. Mbata goes back to Sanger. Mbata back to Maloka. Looking for options. Maloka finds Lekwape. Sitole. Saralina can cut inside. Back to Lekwape. Mabaso gets in on the score sheet as well. Karabo Mbaso, been a bit quiet this game. He said, I don't want to be outdone by the midfield. I'm going to step up. And he puts the ball in the back of the net. That was all done by Lekwape there. Saralina's a little pass here. Lekwape were looking for the option and a little through ball. Mabaso, easy as you like. He is the type of player that we are definitely looking at signing on a permanent basis here at Pretoria Callies. He is a absolutely fantastic striker, which I believe could be a very good striker in the PSL as well. And that's a brilliant save from Kolani there. That was a good little counter-attack. Well, I was going to say, from the free kick, from the restart, rather. Brandt with the corner. Goes back to Mazambuko, who can't get the header in. What happened there? Sanger just pulled him down for no apparent reason, and they get a penalty. I was saying Sanger's probably the weak link in this defense, and that's what's shown there. Wangeng, I don't know how we'd say his name, but he scores this off the bar as well. Kalani gets the right way, but couldn't get to the ball, 5-2. And that was the thing I was saying, is the questioning decision-making from Sanga. It was no real threat. I don't know why I decided to pull him down. Ndaka, though, goes back and is trying to re-establish that 3-goal lead with a little pot shot there from Ndaka. I was quite happy with that, actually. That wasn't too bad. I'm going to make some swaps here. Sanga not having the best of game. Maloka on a yellow card as well. I'm going to take off Sanga for Maloa. Give him a little bit of a run. Mbata not playing well. We'll bring on Nkongo to play in that DM role. He's not 100% good in that DM role, but he can play it fairly well. And you know what? Bindana has a yellow card. That's been on Tlapo. He's been actually very good on that right as a power sub almost. And then I'll give the other guys a few more moments. I'll probably give Mbaso a few more minutes as well. He's still recovering from his injury. I don't want him to get injured even more, so we'll probably bring on Dlovu around the 75th minute. Give him some good substantial time, Mbaso. I feel like the game is done, though. I don't think Kazakh Stars are going to score 3 goals to try and get back, but Dlovu can come on. Anybody else looking a little bit tired? Sitole's picked up a yellow. Let's take off Sitole. Let's give Maposa a run as the regista as well. He is sort of the backup regista. It was supposed to be Nkongo, but I felt Nkongo is a better DM than Maposa. So we'll try Maposa as a regista. We still kind of maybe need one more midfielder just to sort of help stabilize our midfield a little bit. We do have a lot of low knees on at the moment of the club. So next season, we will obviously look at signing a few players for key positions. The likes of Nkongo, Lapo, Mklipi, all Alonis, Mbaso, all Alonis. So there's that. But there we go. A 5-2 victory for Pretoria Callies. Lekwape picks up man of the match, scoring 2 goals and assisting 2 as well. Absolutely fantastic result for us. I'm buzzing after that result. It helps the goal difference as well. The 2 goals conceded, not ideal in terms of the goal difference, but it has managed to close that gap on SuperSport United. You can see between us and SuperSport, we are just dominating this lead in terms of goals. So there's that. But yeah, guys, I'm going to rest up the players. We've got 3 days before we take on Murmo Galant. And who's not happy now? Duncan for Maklipi again. Okay. I'm going to rest up the players. We've got 3 days until... Okay, guys, so we're taking on Murmo Galant. Lapo has gone back to Stellenbosch. Sorry, not Stellenbosch, Sekahume United. They don't want me to keep him as a player. I thought they can't recall him until the transfer window opened. Apparently they can do it earlier. They've done it, so I've lost my only other right attacking midfielder. I do have Ndlovu who can play in there, so it is something to just keep an eye on. He's not really suited to be a good winger. He is pacey, which is good. So maybe he could develop a little bit in that right, but we'll have a look in the transfer window. What we're going to do. Dube and Mklipi and Congo have all also complained, so we might be losing 3 more players come by the transfer market in January. I'm going to start the same team that played against Kazakh Stars. Everybody's fully fit. We are going to put Lanjesi and Luzi on the bench. They're probably not going to play. They are still injured. They have passed fitness tests and can play both 75% of the game. But yeah, I don't have anyone else to bring on the bench. So they're just going to play. They're probably not going to play. And Kaya Kubeka might get a run as well as a centre-back. I'm trying to sell him, though. Very not good as a centre-back. But yeah, same team. We're taking on Murmo Galants. We beat them last time. We hopefully can repeat the action and go deep in the Nedbank Cup. That's the plan. It is another away game. This time we're at the Dr. Ratali Petrus Malomela Stadium. Very far from home. The big stadium, apparently. Sitole, though, back to Bindana. Going look for Mabaso in the box. Can't pick up Mabaso. He picks up the rebound ball. Bindana with the shot, though. Sifiso Bindana. That's his 6th goal of the season. Our first goal in the Nedbank Cup. It's a tournament I want to do very well in. I want to try and get to the latter stages. This is the first step, and Bindana has set our cup competition hopes alive here with an early goal within 10 minutes. Of course, this round, it's only National Division teams that take in this round. The next round is where the PSL teams all come into play as well. Lekwape picks up Mbata. Oh, that was a terrible goalkeeping error from Goss. Mbata with a goal. I think that's his first goal for the club. I didn't actually see what it said there. Mbata, is that your first goal for the club? We'll have a look now in a bit. What a strike, though. Terrible goalkeeping, though. It was straight at him, really. Mbata, is that your first goal for the club? Did click on his name. It didn't work. Sithole has scored from this distance before. Not going to take the chance. Mbaso, though, will score, though, from that free kick. What a routine. Get in, Karabo Mbaso. Oh, man, I desperately want him to stay at this club. He is so good. He was good for us at Arcadia Shepherds. He's good for us at Pretoria Kellys. He's the type of player that I might, bring into Europe if I get the opportunity, if I get to Europe. Bata, that is your first ever goal for the club. I want to say your first ever goal in your career, but you did score 2 from Mpumalanga FA in the Motsepe League. 1.4 million rand we paid for Mabata, and he's finally proven that he is a very, very good DM. Sithole with the free kick. Get in, James. Get in. This game's done. This game is finished. It's done. 4-0 up within 22 minutes. Sithole with a picture-perfect free kick. Woo! What a player. James Sithole. How much did we pay for him? 860,000 from Richards Bay. What a return. We've spent the money, big money on some of these players, and they're bringing in the returns now. Sanger has the possession of Sithole, who's been our key man in this midfield. Since we put him as regista, he's been absolutely instrumental as our sort of playmaker, the man pulling the strings for the midfield. He's been absolutely fantastic. Mbata has been a fantastic servant in the defensive department in the midfield. Saralina, that was a poor shot from Mbaso. That's the type of shot Mbaso should be hitting the back of the net. That was very, very poor from Mbaso there. He's allowed to make one miss every now and then, I think, Karabo. He's allowed. I'm giving him permission to mess up one shot in a game at least. If he continues scoring the way he does, you're allowed to. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. You're not going to score everything. You're like Darwin Nunes, Not going to score every shot, but he will score eventually. Ndaka, though, will score those every time, won't he? Gets in Omega. What a strike there from Ndaka. Mbata, though, with a little pass, picked him up beautifully. It's actually Bindina who just laid it off nice and set it up for Ndaka to just absolutely pummel it into the back of the net. We picked him up as a free transfer, by the way, during the transfer season window being shut, and he has proven to be so far. I said he had a shaky 3 games. 4 and 5, though, have been absolutely fantastic. It's 5-0 at the break. 5 different goal scorers in this game. In fact, what's it? Sithole, Bindana, Ndaka, Mbaso, Mbata. Basically, our entire front line, except for Lekwape, have all scored a goal. Lekwape, you need to get in on the action, mate. You need to get in there. They've got a chance now, but what a tackle from Ndaka. Sithole, Bindana, going down to the wing. He's got Lekwape at the edge of the box. He's got Mbaso in the box. Sithole takes the chance himself. A little bit selfish on Sithole's side there. Maybe should have done a bit better. We've got 6 Pretoria Kelly fans in the stadium, and they're witnessing a beautiful game from us. There you go, just underneath this whole thing on the left-hand side. Attendance, 1,081 people, 6 away fans. Shout out to the 6 Kelly performers there coming through and celebrating the team. We can make some swaps. We can afford to make some swaps here. I'm going to try and Glovu on that right-hand side. Mindana's done well. We'll give him a round of applause. Maloka can come off as well. We'll give Maloa a run. Isaac's looking a little bit tired. We'll bring on Tabatane to play in that position. And I want to give Dube a run. Saralina can come off as well. We'll give him a rest. Change all up our defense a little bit. Give them a little bit of a rest. Feel it's maybe necessary. We do have a long January break. We don't play any games in January. I think I've trying to organize some friendlies. I think only one of them said it's fine. So a very long break for the guys to rest. But I don't want to risk any injuries. I don't want to risk any injuries. With this game is done and dusted. We don't need to score more goals. We don't need to cement our legacy anymore. So I think Murwa Gallants just want this game to end, to be honest. And that is going to be the end. 5-0 victory for Pretoria Callies. We're moving on in the Nedbank Cup. We've got past the prelim rounds. We're going into the proper Nedbank Cup now. Sitole again, man of the match once again. When do we find out who we get in the next round? When is the next round draw? Apparently we cause a shock, beating Murwa Gallants. The draw is still very far away. All right, we won't know who we're taking on. That's okay. In terms of when we're coming back, the Nedbank Cup next game is just, 2 games away. Depending on who we get, we might come back for that game. There will be a whole transfer window in between. So maybe I don't think I'm going to do a transfer special. We don't really need to sign anyone. Maybe just a couple of backup players. So depending on who we get in the Nedbank Cup first round, we might come back from that. And if it's not an exciting game, we might come back for a little bit later in the season. Might come back for Maritzburg and Pondo Chiefs. Maybe we might do that. Maybe play the Nedbank game, skip this game, and then play these 2 games as well. I think let's come back for that Nedbank game. We'll come back for, regardless of who it is, let's do that. We'll come back for the Nedbank Cup game, and then we'll do Maritzburg, and if we have enough time, we'll do Bizana Pandor Chiefs as well. We haven't seen those games in videos yet, so why not? Why not? Well, there you have it, folks. We're in touching distance in SuperSport United going into the January break. 2 wins from 2 there, although only one was in the actual league. The other one was the Nedbank Cup, which we're looking forward to next episode. We're going back into the Nedbank Cup with some more National Division action as well. A lot of time, a lot of games left to play. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey so far. Make sure you hit subscribe, get notified, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Hit the thumbs up as well while you're at it. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.